Hold on to your hats. There's amazing news in store for you. If you're a senior or a low-income individual, get ready to receive a much-needed financial boost. $2,200 in payments are on their way to you and will arrive this Friday in this stunning video. We'll go into the intricacies of when and how these payments will be placed into your account if you're getting benefits like Social Security, SSI, SSDI, or VA benefits, which are often received by seniors and low-income people. We're excited to share all the facts with you. This $2,200 payment can be a lifeline, helping to cover bills, groceries, and other necessary needs. For this reason, it's important to be aware and organized for this approaching payday. Mark this Friday on your calendar so you don't miss out on this fantastic chance to reduce financial burdens. Let go of your financial concerns and take a little bit of the stress out of receiving your $2,200 payment on time. We'll go over all the crucial information, including who exactly qualifies for important dates. Tune in now to hear all the specifics, how the funds will be received, and potential. You can't afford to miss out on this money, so let's get started on the $2,200 payments that have been confirmed for this Friday. First, let's review the requirements that must be met in order to be eligible for this $2,200 payment. You must have earned Social Security Disability Insurance (SSI) benefits or VA benefits for the entire 2022 calendar year, so if your payments began recently in 2023, you'll probably lose out this time. Based on your tax filing status, your total income from all sources in 2022 must have been below specific income criteria. $20,000 for a single tax filer's, $25K for the household, had $32,000 for married couples filing jointly. Since there is no minimum income requirement, recipients who receive only a small amount in benefits may still be eligible if their overall income falls below those ceilings. Only seniors with lesser incomes, who mostly rely on higher income retirees, deriving more from investments, pensions, and other sources of income than government benefits, will not be eligible, regardless of age, if they are newer recipients who did not receive payments for the entirety year 2022, or who surpassed those income restrictions. I apologize, but you won't be allowed. Let's go over some more important information for individuals who do qualify from these $2,200 checks. Electronic direct deposit payments for qualifying beneficiaries who did not have direct deposit data on file should begin to be made overnight between Thursday, April 20th, and Friday, April 21st, according to the IRS. There is no strict limit for when all payments must be made, but the IRS hopes to get the majority of physical checks issued by Friday, April 21st. Physical checks will also be added to the mail delivery stream starting on that Friday. According to their estimates, if you are enrolled in direct deposit for your federal benefits, it is by far the quickest way to obtain this money. You should start checking your bank accounts as soon as possible. Both direct deposits and mailed checks delivered within the first 1 to 2 weeks. When paper checks are mailed on Friday morning, be sure to watch your mailboxes. Due to recent postal service delays, it may take a little longer than expected for them to arrive. Be cautious not to discard any letters from in places with a high senior population. Mail carriers will likely receive orders to deliver these envelopes straight to families. It is also urged not to update any government benefits. The IRS or Treasury may consider these to be junk mail. Account information immediately to prevent payment redirection. In the event that you are certain you meet all the conditions and a few weeks pass without the $2,200 payment appearing, there will be a method to address that the IRS anticipates opening some specialized phone hotlines and may be delayed if those adjustments haven't been fully processed yet. Possess a website where one can monitor the status of payments and report problems. Their top focus is distributing this first round of payments to all eligible recipients as soon as possible. They hope to settle any issues or unpaid balances through those channels by the end of May. You'll also don't automatically think you're disqualified if it doesn't arrive this Friday or the following week. Instead, if it's early June and you still haven't received it while matching the requirements, you should keep a close eye on your mail and online accounts in case it shows up unexpectedly after some delays. Standards for income and benefits, therefore you'll need to speak with the IRS about it. When the QOP date approaches, further formal instructions will be given for that procedure. Try to be persistent yet patient at first in case it is lost or missing. This might be desperately needed money for you, which Washington is legally required to provide. Now for the exciting part. How can you spend this $2,200 payment, given how much everyday necessities like food and electricity are going to cost? This cash infusion is intended to provide some short-term respite until greater reforms. If you're behind on your rent or mortgage payments, this might help you catch up before any concerns with eviction or foreclosure occur for homeowners. It can cover property taxes and insurance premiums. Get Enacted Housing will probably be the top place where seniors allocate this money. That must be paid. Otherwise, paying for medical expenses might need to take precedence. Prescription drugs with unpaid utility balances debts from credit cards, auto loans. The Works offers choices to have long-lasting effects and can save you from expensive interest charges or gaps in health coverage. Right now, as opposed to just momentary respite. If your finances are a little bit more solid right now, this may be money saved for unforeseen expenses and future demands, or it could be used to pay for any neglected auto maintenance and home repairs, or even just higher quality groceries and household goods to stretch your money even further. You won't have to report the $2,200 as income because the checks will be mailed out as non-taxable one-time payments. However, keep an eye out for asset restrictions if you're on other need-based assistance programs, as those may still count the $2,200. Payment against you if it deposits funds in Congress attempted to grant broad discretion in use, but the primary goal was to counteract the rising expenses of aging that deplete large portions of those fixed Social Security checks each month. This money provides at least short-term breathing room, space for millions of people just making ends meet, so it's still a Band-Aid solution. However, advocates see this as a first step toward more significant reforms, which should be forthcoming given how regularly Washington kicks the can down the road. Elevated prevalence of destitution among Americans' elderly population. There's a strong drive to make this assistance a one-time payment rather than ongoing, but will you and the other winners be eligible for additional rounds of funding? Basically, to determine if you are still qualified, you will need to monitor your income levels annually. If a senior's total income from all sources falls below those same levels each calendar year, according to their tax filing status, they should be eligible for another payment the following spring. Therefore, if these 2,200 checks turn out to be yearly going ahead, you'll want to know the precise amount of levels that maintain you year after year in this low-income category. Ensure that you closely monitor your entire income amount from the previous year, including retirement benefits, wages, during tax season, investing, etc. Just be mindful of any prospective rises in revenue or modifications to your filing status that might bump you over such payment levels in the future. This $2,200 check isn't currently being given to everyone. They may not always be eligible for the same sums each year, but their goal is to consistently help seniors with the lowest incomes. This $2,200 payout won't address every financial issue that seniors in America face and disabled people, but real money will actually make a difference for the millions of people who are barely making ends meet on those set monthly benefits. Millions of people dealing with housing, medical bills, debt, and the general skyrocketing cost of life these days have a momentary breather thanks to this one-time payment. If this direct payments are able to go on because they offer greater long-term assistance than a temporary Band-Aid. Even though this $2,200 payout offers much-needed short-term comfort, many seniors still need much more to genuinely make ends meet. The truth is that Social Security benefits have not kept up with inflation. Along with the average monthly Social Security benefit for an aged person has only been approximately $1,600 due to rising living expenses in recent decades. At the moment, that rarely covers basic housing, healthcare, utilities, and other needs in the majority of the nation. About 1 in 4 retirees depend on Social Security, since their only source of income is living in poverty, or very close to it for millions of people. Without a savings cushion, they must constantly fight and juggle just to make ends meet each month. Nearly 50% of participants who are single and over 20% of married older couples are regarded as economically. The days of retirees being able to live comfortably off just their Social Security benefits are long gone.